Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Kamen Rider Kabuto. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, I know where I want to go with this. I know what I'm doing. I just got to get him in the pose. Because I thought of a very specific... I want him doing something very specific kind of pose. And so I know where I'm going, basically is what I'm trying to say. I just gotta make sure, like I think I drew him too big. So let me see if this is gonna work. Maybe, we'll see. I mean, I guess I could always just have him kind of floating, right? He doesn't exactly have to be. Yeah, I might be able to make that work. Let's see what I can do. And this is why I always tell you, sketch stuff out first to see if it's gonna... Yeah. Let's do that. Sketch it out first to make sure it's gonna fit in that pose. That it's not gonna fall off the paper, you know, if that's what you want, if that's what you're going for. And then you flesh it out, because you don't want to do this drawing and get everywhere and do all the detail, then all of a sudden you fall off the page. You know, you've lost everything you were trying to do. So always sketch first, get it right, then go crazy. Don't mind if I do, right? Alright, so I think this is going to work, so now I'm putting in some of the detail to see if I've got him in the right position. Looks like it's gonna work. Yeah, a little shorter than I was hoping, but that's okay. I think I can make it work. Yeah. I'm gonna make this work. The trick is, what I gotta be careful of is getting his head right, because I also need some room for his gigantic whatever this is. I'm gonna be honest, I've talked about this before, I only know so much about Kamen Rider. I kind of fell out of watching every single one of them, and so some of this stuff I don't know what it is. I think that's gonna work for his head. So yeah, so like his gigantic whatever this is on his head, I don't know what it is. But I like them. I like the designs. I like the look of it. You know, it's so much fun. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. What I really love are toys of everything, you know, little action figures. But it's so hard to find older stuff, and you know, I only have so much room on my shelves. You know, I got a lot of toys, a lot of cool stuff, but I kind of have to pick and choose what I can have. This is working out. This is working out really good. I like it. Let's see. He does have some very specific things I just want to make sure I get. Let's see. Shin's, not worried about that. Okay. His knees. Let's see. He's got a weird little... What's funny is I don't know why I jump around like this. I was just drawing his arms. You know, I just finished the head, moving into the arms. Didn't do it. Jumped around to his leg. I think sometimes I just like to get a feel for where I am in the body altogether. And sometimes you gotta flesh out certain parts to see, okay, it's there, it's perfect. move on to the next part, you know. Okay. And also, this is why it helps to learn your anatomy, because you know, I saw this pose in my brain and I wanted to do it, and I only have pictures of what he looks like. I don't have him in this pose. So learning anatomy and knowing what goes where and why, it allows you to take the details and put them in these poses, or vice versa. You know, put these poses, make the pose, and then add the detail. Okay, so let's see. I'm also looking in a mirror. Not so much a mirror. I have a, here's the inner workings of how I do this stuff. How I draw. I have a tablet in front of me that's got a picture. See, I do have anatomy. I look at pictures, and that gives me the detail, but not the shape, the positioning, and that's what I'm saying. You gotta learn to do it. But sometimes I can look at that reflection in the glass, and it gives me the like it's like a mirror. Is what I'm trying to say. All right, I think that's good. I think that's gonna work. Yeah, so let's erase some of these sketch lines, and I'm going to move on to Sharpie. And I'm going to welcome everybody that skipped, the skippers, that skipped to the Sharpie portions, and that's okay. I'm happy with anybody watching any part, you know. But yeah, I need to erase these sketches because I like to throw a lot of lines down until I see where I'm going. And I want the Sharpie to stand out, so I'm just going to leave myself a very faint ghost of an image to draw over, and to guide me, so to speak. And there we go. So I say we welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it and left a small ghost of an image that I can use to guide me with my Sharpies. So usually I start with the Sharpie pen for the finer details of a face. He doesn't have a face, right? So let's see. Yeah, I still can use it because of this little horn head thing that's hanging off of his noggin there. I guess I can use that for the finer detail there. So let's draw that part and then draw the eyes and the head and work our way out. Now I've sketched the entire thing, so I'm not just drawing ahead. I've planned this entire thing out, okay? So let's see, for the center of his head, let's draw, you know what, let's draw the little mouth part first, and that'll guide us as to where we're going to go up. So I'm going to draw a couple of lines like this to give me the edges, and then I'm going to come out here, kind of do something like this, come down here and do the other side, and that'll be like the little cylinder part that's around his mouth. Okay, and there's a center line I'm going to go up and then draw off of that. So I'm going to curve it around like that, and then I'm going to come up for the center line and build off of that. Okay, this will kind of guide me as to where the other lines are going to go. Alright, so let's see if we can draw this, and if I don't do it perfectly parallel, that's okay. Don't stress out about that. What happens, happens, okay? But I am going to try and just kind of right up alongside it like that. And then I'm going to come out just a little bit, and I'm going to flesh it out. Now I'm going to make this side a little thicker because this is the outer edge, and once I start drawing with this, you're going to see how thick this is. So I'm kind of matching what's about to happen. Now, for this side, because of the way I have his head angled, for this side, you're going to see it bulb around the eye, or curve around the eye just a little bit more than this side, because both of them are curved, but you can only see, like, so see, there you go. If the curve was my pinky, as we turn it sideways, see how you can't see the pinky? That's why you're going to see it on this side, but not on this side. So, remembering that, we're going to come up this way like we did, and then turn around a little bit just to get that curve, okay? So here, I'm going to curve it like that. So see, there you go. So that's what I was going for. So now, I'm going to come up to the side like this, and I'm going to draw the little icon thing that's up there. I would keep calling it an icon. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's cool. And again, I'm thickening it up just a little bit. Again, just to match what's about to happen. So, there is some more detail in there. Some kind of crazy little metal, I don't know what. It's hard to see from my picture. So yes, I'm just allowing for that. And then there's an opening here, kind of like a little diamond shape. Something like that. And now I'm just going to draw both sides. So again, you can only see so much on this one. Going up here like that. And it's got its little tech design inside there. And I'm going to kind of do something like this. There we go. So, again, I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. And plus, when you do stuff like this, if you're playing with Sharpies or pens, you're kind of giving it a cool accent with, or complement with the thick and thin lines. So that's all. We're just kind of playing around with what we can do. Alright, so there's the center part of his old noggin. So, I think I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie now. Love that sound. To give him the rest of the details. So, I'm going to draw his eyes. So I'm just going to bulb around like this. And we're going to come into here. So it's going to come like this, like that. And remember, this one's bigger because his head's turned. You can see more of it. So, we kind of come around and do this. Bring it in like that. Do this one like that. Alright, yeah, so that one should have been a little bit lower. That's okay, it happens. We're just going to live with what we did. Okay, I'm going to connect the back of the head there and see his mouth. Come in and do it like this. I'll add the centerpiece in a second. I'm just going to finish up his head here. Like that. It's going to come down. And we'll go ahead and connect it like this. Now, yeah, see, it looks a little silly with this one bigger than that. But again, that's okay. This is where we are, you know? We're not all perfect. We're going to live with what we did. Something like that. And just a little bit of mech detail. Let's even clean this up a little bit. Kind of connect where it didn't connect. Okay. There we go. Again, now that I have that, I can thicken that up to kind of match it just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to work on the rest of his body. So I've got him kind of turned a little bit like this, obviously. So I'm going to just draw his neck down to his collar. And his collar is kind of this. So now I can connect that. Go. And again, he's got kind of a, I keep saying mech, but it's armor, you know, kind of an armor plate on his chest here. So I can go out this way. I'm going to draw the edge of it like that. Same thing here, but the shoulder piece is in the way, so I'm only going to get so far. And the shoulder is going to kind of take over. And then I can continue it down like this. Like that. And let's see, for the detail, I think I'll use this smaller Sharpie. Yeah, let's do that. Well, wait, there is a connector right there that I gotta go to. Alright, okay. And I should be doing this with color, but I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of edge. So you have the edge of the armor. Okay, and then there's another little indentation right there. Again, I should just do that with color, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, and I got his arms just kind of up in a fighting position, but this one is in front of you, this one's off to the side, so I got to draw what's in front first. So I'm gonna have his wrist right here, down to his arm, his elbow, like that. So, oops. Because it's foreshortened, you're only gonna see so much, and so we can only draw what we can see. There's the edge of his armor piece that you can only see so much. His hand, you pretty much just see the back of his fist like that from this angle. So, or I guess like that. So I'm going to draw like that. There's where her pinky is. And so this is how we kind of get away with, there's only so much we got to draw because it's the back of his hand. See, so sometimes when you pick these positions, sometimes you get away with only having to draw so much. And it still looks cool. Still comes out, you know, kind of specifically stylized, you know? Alright, and there's a lot of crazy detail in his suit, but there's only so much we're drawing since it's at an angle like that. Let's see, we can draw a little bit of his armor detail like this. Alright. And we're going to do the other side over here too. So, I'll tell you what, let's draw his chest down to his belt, because that's in front of this arm, and that'll also guide us too. So, his armor, something like this. And again, remember, I've sketched this out, so I'm not just drawing crazy lines and expecting it to work out. I planned all this. And I want you to start planning too. You always plan what you're going to draw, and it'll always work out the way you want. Okay, maybe not always. I mean, obviously, look at those eyes. It didn't work out the way I wanted, but it helped, okay? Alright, so there's his chest, and we're going to say that's down to the belt right there, like I just said. Boom. Okay, so now I can draw this arm because his chest is in front of it by the way his body is turned. Same thing, same position of the arm, it's just a different angle. So, there's his shoulder, his armor piece, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we're just basically going to draw a bicep, and then the crook of the arm, all bent in like that. And then there's the wrist, down to the elbow. Underside of the arm to the elbow. Ooh, look at that big old arm. Look at that big old bicep I gave him. Okay, so there's the back of his hand. Let's see if I can help you out in seeing where we are. There's his thumb coming in like this, and there's the meat of the hand right there. And so now I'm curling the fingers in. So I'm going to draw the pinky in like this. And then the other ones are around it, but the thumb is in front of those. So I gotta draw that first. Now I can draw the other fingers curled in, but again, we're only going to see so much because of what's in front of the other. Like that. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to play around with a little bit of lines because I can. And plus, it kind of helps out to show the stress of a fist hand. You know, it's kind of all stressed out. You know, look at all those lines. Look at all those lines and all that, you know? So, it helps to kind of make it come alive. Alright, so, again, there's not too much I can really do here because of the nature of the suit. So we're going to move on. Now, I've talked about this before, a lot of times I don't know what these belts are. I know they're toys, I know they're designed to do certain something, but because I don't know, I'm just kind of drawing what I see in the picture. So I apologize if I don't get it right, but I'm trying with what I can use, or what I can see. So for the belt, I'm going to go ahead and just draw the whole top part from what I see, and then design off of that. So there's a piece like this, there's this thing, floating on this thing, beltish. So again, I apologize, and I wish I knew more, but You know, again, this is an older one, and there's so many out there that I don't know. I have no idea. And it's too late for me to find the toys. So I'm just going to kind of play around with the look and just give it a science toy, fun, wow, haha, greatness. That's the official word of it. The official description. Science toy, wow, fun, haha. All right. Oops. All right. So now I just have to draw the legs, and he's pretty much just almost like just anatomy with a few little peppers of armor on it. Okay. So we're gonna draw his waist down to his leg, and there is part of the armor I was talking about. So I'm gonna stop right there, bump it up, come down. There we go. So I just wanted to raise it up a little bit like it's on top of the actual anatomy. Same thing for his knee. We're going to go ahead and just do... Oh, I mean, same thing for the rest of his leg. We're going to bump it up a little, come down. And then for his knee, I'm going to do like this little design that's on the knee pad. Like that. You can only see a side of it on there, this side over on this side. So yeah, so that's where his knee's going to be. So we'll go ahead and just do that. We'll do his inner thigh to his crotch right there, and I got him all hunched over. So we are going to add some creases and folds right there. And we'll go ahead and just, since we're here, let's just go ahead and draw the inside of that thigh and show how he's all bent over. This side you can't really see the armor because it's on such an extreme side, and that's on this side, so we don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, and so yeah, so we're pretty much just drawing anatomy. I don't know why I stopped over there. I don't know why I jumped over to this side, but let's just keep going. Okay, down to his ankle. There's the front of his foot like this. That. I'll add some detail in a second. Let's just finish this up, and we'll add detail to the rest of it. There we go. Didn't fall off too much, did it? Yeah, right on the edge. That's okay. That's okay. We can live with that. So let's see. And I like to add creases and folds where there's a lot of stress on bends. But remember, you don't have to do it exactly like I'm doing. You can add whatever you want. I'm just kind of giving you a guide of, hey, there's a lot of bends here and here and stuff like that. So, you know, you can make it come alive, make it your own by adding creases and folds. But remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. We'll meet somewhere in between. So don't stress out if you're not doing it exactly like I am, okay? A little bit of something on the front of the shoe, just kind of a tech detail of a design. Just to give it a little something to play with. There's a lot of pattern in there, but I'm not going to draw every single line of that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Kabuto. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.